It's an allegory again. The angels restoring what we burn away. The devil comes yearning for her eternal flame. Burning inside. Girl, what's burning inside? Somewhere inside lies our why. Anywhere you want.
Hey kid. Oh, it took you a while. Yeah, I was reaching over to try to start this thing here. 9:19 a.m. Oh boy. I just had to hop on. I don't know why we're doing this, to be honest with you. We just recorded a pod about 4 hours ago, and I listened to it, and better than I thought. Oh yeah, that episode 4. What did you end up calling it? I don't know. Whatever. The Key or something. And we're back. What are we back with? I don't know. The Great Book or something. This is episode 5. And I'm not sure how long this one's going to go. I don't think it needs to be that long, to be honest with you. I had a feeling. Oh, really? 42 seconds in. I feel like I got the answer, but again, we're laying these out like little dominoes. We're laying these episodes out in this pod series, The Greatest Truth Ever Sold. What is that truth? I keep hinting at it, right, folks? What is that truth? You're going to have to put your own Z there. I cannot Z it for you. But 1:11 in. Oh, here we go with the time. I'll leave the time aside. Let's talk great books. Because in the last episode, we talked great buildings or temples, cathedrals. Do you realize we never called it a temple? What's that, St. Peter's Basilica? We never called it a temple. Because in reality, it's kind of a temple, is it not? Yeah, well, any great religious building is, in essence, a temple. But where's the original temple, my friend? Well, I'm pointing to it. Yeah, you're hitting the side of your head. Well, you're tapping it with your left hand and your finger. You're tapping your temple. The original temple is within the mind. It's the brain. That is the temple of knowledge, of understanding. It's where the consciousness lives. It lives in that temple, or at least it's connected to it. I was going to say it's connected to it, because you go to a temple to connect to a higher consciousness, correct? Correct. You go to a temple, where is it? So you connect to, where's the sun? No, we're giving up. Yeah, don't go there. To connect to the sunrise, or the original energy, right? Or something in between you and the energy. It's a whole thing. I kind of flubbed that. But you go to a temple to get to a higher state of consciousness or awareness. And when, religion started bringing that temple down to earth, they needed to create these massive structures so you could find yourself in and then elevate. That's the purpose of a temple. Is it not, my friends? Let me know in the comments. 3 minutes in. 3 always 3. And we're going to talk about a trilogy in a second. Kid. Because a temple then became a church, and that became a whole other thing about elevation. And while they control their elevation, your elevation, who's they? The church, the Pope, all these other individuals. They made it so that you needed them to elevate. And your elevation was predicated on how connected you are to them and them to the deity. 333N. They became the intermediary. Your governor, so to speak. You don't want to get up too high, right? And one way to control your potential and make sure you're not like a red heart-shaped balloon, right, Banksy? Floating up free into the ether. I wouldn't want to love me either. I'm up here in the ether. Make sure you don't believe something a little bit too profound and too, grand. God forbid we give you the power to play this game however you want and realize you can get the highest score too. No. In this stage, this play, we're the director, not you. It sounds, the word of the day, the word of this entire pod series is antithetical. It goes against the teachings of a certain someone. Right, my friend? Hey, kids. How you doing? Doing well. This is going to be interesting. It is. I can't wait to read it, see it later. Haha, well done. Speaking of books. Oh, kid. because there has to be a script to this whole thing when you're controlling it. You got to give someone something to read so they understand how to act within this play. You don't want them to get out of line. You don't want them to do something that's above their role or their pay scale in this planet. Because we only have so much time, so many quarters for this game. You know what I mean? Not really. You're kind of losing me. Okay. Have you ever heard of this book? Oh my God, have I ever heard of that fucking book? Go ahead. Unleash on this book. Oh my God, how many times? How many fucking times? Who moved my cheese? My friends, if you're snickering, shaking your head, wincing, I mean, I'll leave a blank space there. If you've been in corporate long enough, we were in corporate for over 20 years, probably closer to 25. Some version of corporate. 15 years in banking. Oh my God, the worst corporate. You've encountered this fucking book. Who moved my cheese? Thank you, Spencer Johnson and Christian Johnson, for this fucking nightmare. Because if you ever had a manager or a direct report or someone who's quote unquote, say with me, 555 and above you, who's handing you a book that you must read because it's going to help you, or is it going to help them control you? And they hand you or tell you to read this book, then you should change jobs. Run now. Because they're telling you you're in a rat race. You're in a maze. Don't fight the system. No, don't go there yet. Okay. We're going to go into that. Oh, okay. Because we're going to relate that book to this book to this book. Oh, the trilogy. This is the best trilogy I could find. Yeah. Well, you can put Star Wars up there. I could. Fenway Triangle. What's that? Go back to this. Tell me more about why that drives you nuts. I mean, people, if you take it for what it is, it's basically saying you have no control. Oh, okay. I was going to say, reframe it. Okay. There's only two things you can do in life when presented with any given situation. You could either change that situation or, say it with me, 7 minutes in, change your attitude towards that situation, or else you're going to go insane. The third option is insanity. Have fun with that. Welcome to corporate. And they're basically telling you, I ain't changing. I'm going to make your world change constantly. And well, you're going to have to get on with it or get over it or deal with it. Pick any one of those three. Here's the book. Have fun. It's short. Read it by the end of the day and then send me an email, or we'll get on a conference call and talk about it or some bullshit. 7:33 in. You could tell me what you thought about it and why it's so great. And basically you're going to buy in. Because at the end of the day, you have no other choice. Welcome to corporate. And in some ways, corporate is not much different than the church or the synagogue or the mosque. Same shit. That's religion. And religion, my friends, is not always the worst thing in the world. Even though it sounds like we're shitting on religion, we kind of are. Religion is no different than a workout plan at the gym. Again, I ask you the question, why do you believe? Where is it? Oops. Why do you believe? Oh, because you want to, or you get something out of it, right? Why would you hold on to a belief if it doesn't benefit you? Well, that's a whole other thing. It is a whole other thing. Why do you go to the gym, my friends? If you go to the gym, some of you are like, oh shit, I don't know if I like this episode. Trust me, I'm not going to shame or guilt you. That's not of God. That's of church and synagogue. I'm not going to do that. Why, if you go to the gym, would you go to the gym? Well, to feel better. Oh boy, why do you go to church? Don't say the same thing. As my friend Frank would say, to go do work. And I'm going to show you real quick that church and the gym are no different. You could put synagogue, mosque, whatever. It's the same shit. Religion is a workout for the soul, the same way that going to the gym is a workout for your body, the lit. You don't go to either to feel good. That should be the byproduct. You go there to do work, to improve thyself, to get to know thyself, improve thyself, and test thyself, and build strength, and flexibility, and agility, and be able to perform on a higher level in the real world. Ask an NFL player if they go to the gym to feel better. They go to the gym to do what I just said and to perform and to protect against what the game throws at them, because the game's going to throw a lot at you. You better prepare. And if you treat religion in that way for your soul, Oh, it's beautiful. It works. But when religion elevates to something, well, greater, and it becomes, well, it gets in the way between you and a direct connect to something greater, then your life becomes the gym or the church. And then gym life dictates, well, life. There's a better way of saying it. Yeah, 10-10 in, you lose. You lose focus of what's really important. Because as they say, whoever they is, smart gym rats like Frank and like myself, I used to be a gym rat way back when. It is a crime. It is. Oh, that's corny. 20% of what you do when it comes to working out and being fit is in the gym. The other 80% is outside. It's putting into play. It's consistency, determination, focus, rituals routines with great diet, rest, relaxation, trying to avoid stress, things like that. And you have a whole holistic, balanced approach to life. Literally, you could live for a long time and probably be very serene and peaceful. Again, if you look at religion in the same way as working out, it does the same for your soul. Again, it's not a negative thing, folks. But, as I would say, 11-11 in, when it becomes something greater and it starts controlling you and starts becoming something, well, where it just starts to dominate your life and your whole existence is that book or this book or this book. Oh, Animal Farm, yeah. This is kind of, whoever hands you this book or tells you to read this book should really just tell you to go read this book. Hey, I'm going to be the pig, essentially. And when I leave, another pig's going to, something else is going to, this is corporate. Shit flows downhill, as a wonderful, beautiful man that I used to report to once told me. Kid, shit flows downhill. I'm going to protect you from a great bit of it, but there's a lot of splatter that you're going to be covered with. That's life. Just like on the farm, there's a lot of shit you're going to find yourself in. Learn to deal with it. Learn to rise above. And can we leave the church and the gym thing? Yeah, put that aside. So again, there's a place for religion, but not for everyone. And when either one of those things starts dominating your life or starts to, you build your life around it, there's a problem there, folks. You lose connection with why we're really here. I'll leave that there. We good? We good? Yeah, kids, I love how you started this. So who moved my cheese? Again, it's just, it's like corporate fellatio right here. Tell me that you're going to freaking dominate my life when I show up in between those two doors and sit in this cubicle on this desk or behind this counter without telling me you're going to dominate my entire life when I'm here, or even outside of it with emails and endless communications. Oh, this is going to tell me? Okay, great. Wonderful. Can't wait to read this for the 5th time and pretend I give a shit. But we're going to relate this book, and this book in how we are taught or indoctrinated, we, the energetic beings of light, stuck in these vessels, these beings, these bodies. Car or truck, pick, my friends. By the way, how you identify in those vehicles is up to you. In other words, there's only male and female. It's scientifically proven. 0 or 1, 1 or 0. Car or truck. But if you're in a car, but you want to identify as a truck driver, go nuts. Same thing. If you're in a truck and want to identify as a car driver, fine. If you're in either one of them and you want to say you're in a rocket, hey, blast off, my lady or my beautiful baby. Do whatever you want. I'm not going to hold back your energy, because when we rise above this, we are just energy and the gender is just part of the vehicle. We good. We are always free inside, even if we are, constrained on the outside. We have to find our way to rise above it and ignore the fucking cheese. Or the maze. We good? Yeah. Great intro. Well done, kids. Rise above. Even this guy would be like, oh, okay. You said there'd be cheese here? Oh, kid, you're not getting it. on many levels. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, here's the sun. Shit. So real quick, brief description of who moved my cheese. So for those who don't know, oh, God, if I'm introducing you to this, I'm sorry in advance. Who Moved My Cheese by Doctor, he's a doctor, oh boy, kill me now. Spencer Johnson. It's a best-selling business parable, very key parable, about adapting to change in work and life. Is it really adapting or accepting or just taking it, surrendering, adapting. Bullshit. That's what corporate tells you. The story features 4 characters, mice, sniff, and scurry, and little people, hem and haw, navigating a maze to find cheese, a metaphor for happiness, career, or money. Freedom, power, or money, power, freedom. It's essentially what it is. Potential energy, kinetic energy, and then, well, the manifestation of those into an experience. When their cheese disappears, the characters represent different reactions: fear, resistance, hem, rapid adaptation, sniff and scurry, and eventually haw. Because these guys are they're part of the team, right? They buy in, they drink the Kool-Aid. Change is inevitable. Anticipate and adapt. Let go of fear. Read the handwriting on the wall. Welcome to corporate. This is corporate indoctrination 101. Bye-bye and fuck off. I go, can you, brief synopsis, you said brief synopsis of a big ass book or multiple books within the New Testament? Yeah, please. Please, always be polite. On the meta level. At the meta, the New Testament is the continuation fulfillment of the covenant story introduced in the Old Testament, shifting from the anticipation of a savior to the realization. Yay, he's here. Hey, kids. And, where is it? Yeah. It acts as the climax, not like that, kids, of the biblical, but there will be a pop shot eventually. Right, kids? Right, kids? Oh, kid. Careful. That was clever. It was. Of the biblical meta-narrative. Creation, fall, redemption, restoration. Where God directly intervenes to reverse human rebellion. And restore cosmic harmony. You're on deck, kid. I'm coming to you soon. You got it. Oh, God. Surrender and you'll survive. That's life. Arrival and act, the Gospels. Y'all know what this book is all about, but just in case. His life and death, the resurrection, victory over sin and death. If you believe in sin and you accept death, it's just another level. Announcements and empowerments, the acts. Yeah, who wrote this? Fucking Luke. I think so. The risen Jesus commissions his followers, empowering them with the Holy Spirit to spread the gospel across the Roman Empire, making the birth of the church. Yay, we talked about that. Yeah, go build some big things. It's not what I said, I know. Love you. I love you too. Application and instruction. Letters, the epistles. You can piss all over it. What? Nah, corny. Letters from the church leaders, notably Paul, this fucking guy. The implications of Jesus, right? How to live in light of redemption and how to handle community life. Oh boy, I'm coming to you, kid. Consummation, the revelation. Yeah, this is the pop shot. A prophetic vision of predicting the final victory of Jesus, the destruction of evil, and the creation of a new heaven and new earth, and really everyone's going to buy in and be on that conference call at 3:00 with your results. We're rendering the old system redundant. It's changing, so accept it. The kingdom of God, or at least my team, you have to deal with it. It's not a political territory, wink, wink. It's spiritual. You're going to feel it on a higher level, and you got to produce. Can't save all of the gazelles, so if you don't produce, you're gone. Grace versus law. In this corporate environment, it's my law that matters, not your grace. Sorry. Can you tell how I feel about corporate? Believers are set apart to act on the body of Christ. If you believe in me and you believe in the corporation, you'll be set apart. You'll get a little bonus, 2%. As long as you achieve the mission, blah, blah, blah. Y'all get it. Surrender. Bye-bye. Oh, and Animal Farm. We love this one. We do. Orwell's Animal Farm is an allegorical novella. Kind of a tale. Kind of a symphony of nonsense, if really, of corporate nonsense in animal form, where farm animals overthrow their human master to create a self-governed equal society. What can go wrong? Led by pigs, the revolution descends into totalitarianism as the pig named Napoleon, ironically, yeah, so beautiful. This is such a well-done book. Seizes power, exploiting others through... This is the book you should read so you can deal with your stupid boss. Exploiting others through propaganda and violence. The pigs eventually mirror the human oppressors they replace, betraying the original revolution. Absolute power corrupts, absolutely. Unless it's your boss, in which case, never say that to his face. Or her face. The rebellion. Oh, it's always a rebellion. Inspired by the old major, the animals of the manor farm revolt against the neglectful Mr. Jones, establishing animalism and renaming it Animal Farm. Rise of the pigs. There's corruption of the ideals, totalitarian control. This is what happens when someone takes power and gets in the way between you and all the light and says that you can't do it yourself. There's only one way to play this game, and it's through me. Because we're all, if we don't unify and do this together, we can't survive, which is true. This is a team sport. We're all playing this game together. But it's not a battle royale like Fortnite. It's more like a joint experiment. But you need a leader, right? You need someone to follow. Not really, but someone could influence you and help. No, someone needs. Only I can fix it. Oh gosh, shit. Take your best shot, kids. Rise up to the occasion. Oh, kid. Nonsense. It's a beautiful allegory that kind of lets you know how it's the rise and fall of the ego of man. And if you know anything about any entity organization, whether it's religious, whether it's corporate, whether it's militaristic or governmental, you got to buy in. You got to surrender. You got to give up. Because this, rising up and meeting your maker and aligning yourself to the energy. No. You can't be empowered without me. Without me. Or without me, I don't know, whatever. I'm the one that gives you the cheese, kid. And if I move it, adapt to it or leave. Something like that. Oink, oink. And well, we can get rid of that. So I asked Gemini, we good? Yeah, we're really good. What a good intro, 2141 in. So I asked Gemini, tell me about who moved my cheese. Again, I'm like an attorney in a court. You're under oath, Gemini. It's a classic business fable. I keep going. First published in 1998 that explores how, I thought it was earlier, but whatever. That explores how individuals and organizations respond to change. When this book came out, the corporate wet themselves. Oh my God. You're saying there's a way we could get them to surrender, to deal with our nonsense, to completely buy in and acquiesce and relinquish all of their power and individuality in a book that's like 100 pages or something, and we don't have to say it and have trouble with HR? Oh my God. Buy 1,000 copies of it. Distribute it to everyone, including you. Oh, I got to read it too? Yeah, anyone below me's got to read that book. Oh, shit. Funny on many levels. And I just told you what the book's about. Two mice, two little people, they live in a maze, they search for cheese, there's a metaphor, blah, blah, blah. What is metaphor if not to think, right? Oh, no, don't do that too much because then you'll really realize what this is telling you. That you're in a fucking maze. You're stuck in a trap. It's a trap. So deal with it. Either change your situation or change your attitude towards it or go insane. Have fun. Have fun finding serenity in those choices. Attend to the signs, my friends, my brothers. What? Nothing. The characters discover a huge supply of cheese at Station C and build their lives around it. One day the cheese is gone. That sales funnel's gone. Got to find another one, kids. Got to keep producing. Their different reactions illustrate, don't do it the same way you did before. You got to do it different. Kid, there's only so many ways to do it. Their different reactions illustrate common human responses to change. Sniffs out change early, immediate scurries into action, resists and denies change. So the very fact that we're giving you a book that has an allegory where there's mice and little people, if you don't read in between the lines, folks, how insulting giving that book to your underlings is, your little people you control. The next time someone hands you this fucking book, slide it back to them and say, no, thank you. And I'm going to slide something back to a 2-week notice. Fuck off. But no, we can't. We're stuck to it. Yeah, got to make that cheese. Where would I get more cheese? I got to deal with this shit. This is, just move on. It's an alarm that should go off, folks. Don't ever do it. Blah, blah, blah. See the handwriting on the wall. Change happens. Deal with it. Anticipate the change. Monitor the change. Adapt quickly. Enjoy change. It's great. Just deal with the company. We always change because we got our head up our ass. And, we have to deal with the hierarchy of importance here, which is the stock price and then the shareholders and then us. No. Brand loyalty and the brand and the product and the service. And then way eventually is the customer. And then somewhere below that is you. Have fun. Adapt to it or go insane because it ain't changing, even though everything else will. Blah, blah, blah. So then I said, okay, yeah, this book, one of the most overrated books ever, at least in the corporate world. Don't want to put a Z there, too late. But come on, I've been handed this book or told to read it more times than I can count. 5 fucking times. Why is this book, I think 4 of them was in banking? You unoriginal fucks. Great people, but come on, come up with your own shit. Why is this book so damn popular in the corporate world? I hear you. It's the ultimate HR special. I think I've already told you, but let's get into it. Being handed a copy of Who Moved My Cheese should be a warning. Usually feels like a gift, more like being told, hey, less like a gift and more like being told, hey, we're about to make your life harder, so please don't complain about it. It's a go-to manual for the corporate rat race, or for better for worse. It's a compliance tool. Surrender to it. You're not going to change it, so deal with it. At least we're telling you it in advance. We're warning you. This car crash of an experience you're going to have here, better brace yourself. From a or jump out of the car. From a management perspective, the book is a dream because it frames resistance to change as a personal character flaw, like sin, original sin. Hey, you were born with that. Oh well. If you're hem, you're the problem. If you're a scurry, you're a team player. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. You're gonna be assigned to all the big tasks to lead, because I can't lead everyone constantly and I'm gonna have you then lead them and kind of make an intermediary between me and them, and then they're gonna look at you like, who the fuck are you, and draw their ire at you, and then you're gonna come back to me and be the in between, kind of the rat that rats out on everyone. You see, and then I'm gonna have a hierarchy. And then, I'm going to keep everyone guessing and no one's going to know who's closest to me because they're all telling on each other and ratting on each other. Did I get that right? Yeah, pretty good. Sigh. Sire. Yeah, they look at me as a king. Oh, God. Without the hat. Anybody? If subtly shifts the burden of a messy corporate reorganization from the executives to the employees, you're the reason why you fail, not us. Even though we tell you exactly how it's supposed to be done and exactly how we want it. Or we tried to. The no-brainer factor. Don't think about it. The book is incredibly short and written at a 5th grade level for a reason. Right, corporate? You must have. I would love to have seen the first fucking CEO or first district manager to ever see this book. They must have fucking came in their pants. Oh my God. They must have been like texting it. Well, back then they would have gotten on their Blackberries or whatever. Was there Blackberries in 98? I don't know. Let's pretend. They would have gotten on their IBMs and emailed everybody. Oh my God, you won't believe what a book that I'm going to buy everywhere. What the hell was that? In the corporate world, this is not a feature, not a bug. Executives love it because they can roll it out to thousands of employees in a single afternoon and everyone will get it without needing a seminar. It's oh my God. It sanitizes fear. Or, well, it makes you impotent to courage and having a backbone and standing up for what you believe in a respectful way and being firm and saying, no, I don't want to be the in-between me and my colleagues. Do it yourself. Why am I going to do your job? Well, don't you want to have my job one day? Not really. No. Are you, am I volunteering for this or am I being voluntold? That's bullshit. Don't do that to me. How dare you? I've got a backbone. I will not be impotent to this. Fuck you. You cannot sanitize my individuality. Fuck off. If I don't say it your way, guess what? I'm going to say it my way. I'm going to emanate the way I want to and be me. You brought me aboard for a reason. Don't forget that. Layoffs, pivots, merge. It's all terrifying, but it happens. The book uses a cute metaphor, mice and cheese, to strip away the high-stakes reality of mortgage payments and healthcare, all this bullshit. Find new cheese. Keep searching. Ignore how you lost it, or how we moved it, or reduced it. Just deal with it. It's self-perpetuating because it was such a massive hit in the 90s. The people who were entry level then, and the VPs and CEOs now, they hand it out because it was handed to them. It's the gift that keeps on giving. 30 minutes in. Holy fuck. This is how business works. Shit rolls downhill, kids. I had to deal with this, so now you got to deal with this. By the way, get on that conference call if you don't have at least 6 accounts by 3 o'clock. And be ready to tell me why, or else we're going to have some changes. The Ha archetype. Management loves the character of Ha because he self-corrects. He doesn't need to be managed. He self-manages. And then he reports his, oh God, enough. I can go. I can destroy corporate. He realizes his own stubbornness. It's stubbornness. Just like the kid that asks questions in 5th grade. Right, Elon? Who's staring out the window thinking of bigger and better things than learning about this shit, this biased nonsense? I've got bigger and better ideas, but you call me stubborn. I can't learn. I'm unteachable, uncoachable, unmanageable. Fuck you. I have my own thoughts, my own ways. Let me do it. I once had a manager tell me, you can do my job. That's how good you are. I go, well, thank you for finally admitting that. Why don't you act like that and let me do mine? Sorry, Darpin. One day someone will smack you in the face with some truth. I loved you, kid, but at the end of the day, you were too cocky and too egotistical for your own good. Hopefully one day you'll realize that and let the light shine in your eyes. There was a reason why I was never on your team, literally. Well, I was literally, but metaphorically, is because of this nonsense. You tried to break me. I refused. I was stubborn, or I had a backbone with some courage. The live, love, laugh of the business literature. Ugh. How is this book not exactly like an abridged version of the Bible? I'm going to link these two now. Is it not exactly the main message in the Bible, the New Testament, but ultra dumbed down and corporate friendly? Is Hem not guilty of original sin? Come on. You've hit on why this book feels so preachy to many people. Why it isn't explicitly a religious text, because HR wouldn't approve that. But they extracted the basis of control out of it. It is frequently analyzed as a secularized, corporate-friendly parable that mirrors themes found in the New Testament. You ready? The parable format. Like many stories in the New Testament, the book uses a simple, relatable analogy. It's accessible. The maize and the cheese. To convey a deeper moral truth, authors and the reviewers have pointed out that his writing style mirrors, a very simplistic writing style, mirrors the way Jesus taught in parables to make complex concepts unforgettable. Right, Paul? Anyone could get it. I don't think it's a bad thing. If you're dumbing down the message so they get it, not trying to dumb down a message so they dumb down to it. Because Paul was very complicated in his teachings or the way he wrote. He did the complete opposite of this to confuse you, 33N, so someone would have to decode it for you. So you wouldn't have a direct connect to the light. This became kind of sunglasses. The message of new life. In the New Testament, Paul often speaks of becoming a new creature and leaving the old self behind. Like a metamorphosis, right, Kafka? A change. Similarly, the book's central handwriting on the wall, the lessons Ha writes, preaches that the sooner you let go of the old cheese, the sooner you'll find a new cheese. Surrender. Give up. Give up your authority, your agency to everything. 33N. You need a savior. You can't save yourself. You know? Is Hem guilty of original sin? From a theological perspective, Hem's resistance can be seen as a form of stubbornness or pride, which in corporate is original sin. We got to break that in you and get that out of you. You need to buy in, which some Christian reviewers explicitly equate to the rebellion or sin. He refuses to accept a reality greater than himself and remains in denial. Oh, that denial. Oh, that denial, Peter. Don't be a doubting Thomas or a denying Peter, which leads to his suffering in the maze. Why the corporate-friendly twist matters. The ultra-dumbed-down nature you're picking up on is intentional. Thank you, Mr. Spencer, Dr. Spencer, for ruining my fucking life. Okay. By removing the spiritual weight and replacing God or salvation with cheese, money, or the job itself, or status, or whatever, title, Branch. I'll never forget. Oh, okay, move on. Where people would put on their cards in the banking. We were branch managers. We were banking center managers, branch managers, whatever. But they would put vice president there. I'm like, oh my God, really? You're not a vice president. They handed the VP titles out in my bank like fucking, I don't know, like this book. But people would put vice president. You ain't vice president of shit. If the president of the bank went down, you ain't stepping in. Get the fuck out of here. Calm down. So stupid. Was this pod better because you let that out? Maybe not. Individual onus, or sanitizes the struggle of the workforce, dumbs down your concerns. Oh yeah, we hear you. Well, by the way, we're going to send a survey out, or it's wink, wink. We're not going to know who did it, but in a way, we're going to kind of know what small group of people kind of complained. Be careful what you say there, because through deduction and process of elimination, I could figure out who did that. So be careful. You're on my team, right? Wink, wink. Individual onus. You want that 2% raise, right? In religious texts, the focus is often on personal transformation. Now, are you saying that your manager's kind of, no, shh, move on. We're not accusing. Move on. If the company changes, it's your job to fix your attitude, not ours to fix the system. Right, government? Right, kid? The immovable authority. In the Bible, God is the ultimate authority who moves people like Abraham or Matthew. In the book, the entity that moves the cheese is the anonymous and never questioned. Don't worry about who moved it. Just move on and go on with your life or your job. This is why evergreenbible.com and other churches sometimes use it as an analogy for trusting the Lord's plan. It demands faith in a change you didn't ask for. There's a big difference of going into a level in the game of life and not understanding, like, oh shit, I didn't realize that was coming my way. Because remember, folks, the game of life is simple. It's this or that, yes or no. You do it or you don't. You take the piece, you don't take the piece. 1 or 0, 0, 1. This world is binary. We're a binary code of 1 or a 0, right, Bono? The game is simple, and it needs to be simple. It needs to be understood. It needs to be easy to grasp. It's got a couple buttons in the joystick. You move left to right. You jump here, you hit that. Boom. It's very simple. The difficulty, as one great guy, hey, Mark, once told me in banking, what we do in banking, for example, is very simple. We take money and deposit in accounts. We do withdrawals. We give them money. Sometimes they need a loan. We help them get that money. They want to give us money to invest. Simple. It's all about a currency and where to put it. Easy. We make them feel good about it. Hopefully they'll trust us. They'll come back. They'll refer, blah, blah, blah. The difficulty of what we do is doing that at a high level each and every day, regardless of what life throws at us. That's our commitment to excellence. That's where the difficulty lies and where your talent shines. You are the light in your world. You are the mayor of your banking center. You are the beginning and end all of everything. So take that. This is your bank, kid. Forget the name on the outside. This is you. And I'm going to manage you that way. I'm going to let you do your thing, but I will check in on you. Understand, we have a relationship that is not equal in our roles, but it's equal in our passion and equal in our focus. It's our customer, our company, our colleagues, and then whatever's left. At the end, it should be a legacy, your brand, that you should never need to sell or promote, because the first 3 should fortify it. And they should promote you for you. Do you understand what I'm saying, kid? Good luck. We promoted you for a reason. Blast off. Well, kid. Not the exact conversation I had, but how I felt it. Thanks, kid. You are and were a great person, Mark. God bless you. The immovable authority. In the Bible, God is the ultimate authority who moves people. Blah, blah, blah. So now let's bring Orwell's Animal Farm into this to provide the trilogy of texts that box in the soul and prevent. Does everyone know what I just said before? Go listen to that again. That's how you motivate someone to be the best and think outside of themselves and rise up and put others there. That's how, and I'm tingling, that's how he would do it. That's not how he does it. And I won't even go there. We are all just prisms. It's what we do with the light that defines our legacy. You're a star kid, literally, but don't blind them. Give them a beacon to align themselves to and give them direction, but they must do the work. Be inspiration, not perspiration. 40 minutes in. Anyone? Now let's bring Orwell's Animal Farm into this to provide the trilogy of texts that box in the soul and prevent us all from rising up and realizing that we are truly great inside and devoid of the need of deity or Messiah to save us. I'm on board. Let's go, kid. I'm right next to you as always. God bless you, kid. I know. Walk with me. If Who Moved My Cheese is the corporate gospel and the Bible is the divine manual, when Animal Farm is the political reality check, man, this one is what they should hand you. But they don't want to give up the ball game. Together they form a perfect suffocating triangle that keeps that, remember the trilogy? Keeps the sheep in line by attacking the soul from 3 different angles. The divine box, the Bible. Submit to the higher power. Give in. You can't change it. That's your original sin. You cannot save yourself. It externalizes your worth and places your fate. Oh, this is so blasphemous or true. Whatever. Your fate in the hands of a deity. It teaches that suffering is a test and that your reward isn't here. It's in the great cheese station of the sky. Oh, that's so bad. The corporate box. Who moved my cheese? Submit to the market. Oh, God, nice. Submit to the market. Submit to the team. This is a secularized version of the divine box. Instead of God moving your soul to the market, the market moves your cheese. In banking, that works on so many levels. It tells you that the questioning the maze is a sign of personal failure. It's the theology of adaptability and as obedience, right? You're clay, kid. You are clay, and you must be malleable, right? Don't harden on me. If you aren't happy, you just haven't hawed hard enough yet. Do you need that book again? For the 5th time? The political box, Animal Farm. The resistance is futile. And this is the most cynical side of the trilogy. Orwell shows that even when you do try to rise up, when the animals kick out Jones, the pigs, the new elite just take over and become even worse. Absolute power corrupts. I need a burger and a Diet Coke. Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought you were taking an order. No. Funny on levels. Don't bother revolting because the new boss will be the same as the old boss. Anyone? It uses I totally got that. Move on though. Thanks. It uses the fear of failed revolution to keep you working like Boxer the horse until you're sent to the knacker's yard. Keep going, kids. There's something beyond this after this, It sucks here. Don't worry about here. And don't worry about my stupid hat and all the gold and all the shit that he would never have used. One day you'll rejoin the maker, and it sucks here in hell, and it's beautiful occasionally, but, it's a farm, and we're stuck in the game, and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Kind of cynical. The result, the learned helplessness loop. When you stack them together, you get a psychological cage. The Bible says you're too sinful to lead yourself. The cheese, and who moved it, says you're too small to change the maze. The Animal Farm says you're too corruptible to win a revolution. Even if we gave you the power, you wouldn't know what to do with it. Right, kid? Right, kid? Sigh. It's a triple threat meant to convince you that greatness is a myth. Thanks, church. Thanks, corporate. That you need a system, be it the church, corporation, or the state, to give you a life structure. It prevents that rising up because it convinces you that you're either a sinner, a mouse, or a sheep. You can't be this, so believe what we tell you. It's effectively a trilogy of compliance. Since we've just... It's like, all right, what other books? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure there's many. And we kind of do a thing here. I'm like, any other book that we put in this equation would be just reinventions, rewrites, or derivations of any of these 3. These are the trilogy of confinement of the soul within this human existence. For shits and giggles, replace all 3 of these books very briefly with 3 other books that fit the bill here. In other words, and y'all probably, I'm yelling you, y'all already probably have some books in your mind. I mentioned Kafka. There's a few there. I bet there's a ton. And he goes, yeah, the secular Bible, yeah, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Oh, God, another book that fucking corporate wets themselves over. Holy shit. Swap the original sin with ineffectiveness. We're born to be lazy. A new priesthood of productivity convinces you that your soul's value is tied to your circle of influence and your, fuck off. The new cheese, the lean startup. Oh my God. I never read that, but it teaches you that nothing is permanent. Everything's a minimum viable product. It's the Who Moved My Cheese on digital steroids. It keeps the soul in a state of constant beta testing. That clay better never harden and be molded constantly, because you're clay, kids. You're just clay. You're just clay for someone to mold constantly. If the product of your life is actually worth building in the first place. Oh, this game is starting to get annoying, isn't it? Oh, the Hunger Games. Yeah, this is well done, Gemini. I would have put Kafka there, but okay. Well, I get it. Instead of all animals are equal, may the odds be ever in your favor. Good luck. It's the ultimate spectacle of scarcity. It tells the youth that life is a zero-sum game. None of you can get this, and none of you are going to win. Well, one of you technically will, but you won't. It's kind of like Squid Game as well. When you win, you really don't. It's still a maze. You're just the one that survived. Good for you. Survival is the only victory. Because folks, remember, in this game called life, there's 3 things that you're looking to do. Eventually, it's serenity, but first it's survival. Then it's security. Then it's serenity. Well, in the corporate world, survival is the only way to win, because security, good luck, and don't even think about serenity. That's when you retire if you make it that far. Oh, there's that G word again. God, no guilt. One of these does not belong. Accepting chaos, internalizing futility. I mean, it's nonsense. It's not try it without personalization, because it's fucking personalized. Don't personalize me, fucker. What other books? What about Kafka? The Trial, great one. Guilt without a crime. He's arrested but never told why. He spent his life trying to navigate a legal and bureaucratic system. If you're telling me I'm already guilty of something, original sin or laziness or just, I can never win, then I'm guilty until proven innocent. Bullshit. Convinces you that there is a high court you can never reach, because they put someone in between. Bullshit. You're shitting on the Pope. I'm really not literally shitting on the Pope, but the idea of a Pope makes no fucking sense. Or a pastor, or a really enigmatic priest. Like, fuck off. Get out of my way. You're blocking my light. Get the fuck out of my way. Seriously. I can do this myself. I can play this game. I've been paying attention to some really great players. You called? No, I didn't. The Metamorph. Oh, I love this one. This is so great. He wakes up as a fucking bug. It's so great. The utility of it as existence. His primary horror isn't the transformation. He'll be late for them. How does he get on with his life? It's so crazy. This is like Who Moved My Cheese on steroids. It's insane. The Traveling Salesman. It's just that once you lose your usefulness to the system, your value, you are literally subhuman. It boxes the soul into believing. It's like the guy that's literally 50 years old and he's been in the bank for 20 years and all these new people come in. He feels he's now the valueless, incompetent, old, it's like he feels out of place. Retire already. But I'm only 50. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Well, change or get on with it. Brave New World. I don't know what this one is. The Gilded Cage. Unlike the overt brutality in Animal Farm, Huxley's world uses pleasure, soma, and the genetic. I don't know what this is. So y'all, whatever. Tell me about it. The Trial makes you too confused to fight. The Metamorph. This one is great. It makes you feel too small to fight. I remember when I first read this. I was in middle school. I'm like, what are we reading? Who's this? Kafka? Holy shit. Brave New World makes you too comfortable to fight. Just don't fight. Submit. Surrender. That's what most religions tell you. Correct. I mean, we could go on and on. You could even add man searching for meaning, no exit. Hell, you could even squeeze 1984 if you want. But that is a little too much on the lit meta to achieve what I'm going for here. That one is almost taking all of these examples and putting them in a gladiator ring or Hunger Games and having them duke it out with an overlord or emperor watching, or as an overlord or emperor watches from afar with elites cheering on. Is it all the same thing? It is all the same thing, isn't it? Anyone? I mean, fuck. That's why I didn't put 1984 here. It's too easy. You've hit the bedrock of the argument. It's all the same thing. Whether it's a mouse in a maze, a salesman turned into a bug, or a prisoner in a room with no exit, the core mechanism is the engineering of powerlessness. Folks, I mean, the greatest truth ever sold. Eventually you'll understand what I'm saying there. It works on levels. I mean, folks, if you don't see it, I cannot see it for you. I cannot see-square it for you. Ultra dumbed down corporate fables into highbrow existentialist plays. I mean, I'm not saying you don't need a director, but man, in my life, do I really need someone to get in the way of me and the light? Me and my audience? For fuck's sake, get the fuck out of the way. Let me do my thing. At least at some point in time, I should be able to, you know, the erasure of the self. They all start by telling you that you're just a fraction, not a whole. But Rumi said, I'm a drop in the ocean and an ocean in a drop. It's symbiotic. It's kind of like a fractal. You're saying it differently here. I'm just a piece. I'm useless. But all of us together is useful to you, but you could replace me, or if you lose me, who gives a shit? I'm a cog, whatever. I'm incomplete, broken. Fuck off. I don't think so. Go to hell. The illusion of the path. They provide a pre-built maze. If you follow the path, 10 Commandments, the 7 Habits, all this bullshit, your promised reward, heaven, new cheese, not being vaporized. You'll eventually see this, but for now, just acquiesce. Do what we tell you. It's all about power, folks. It's all about power. The weaponization of hope, even man searching for meaning, as profound as it is weaponized by the elite, saying, look, as long as you have an inner meaning, you can endure any level of systematic abuse or confinement, right? Only I can fix it. Don't worry about what I do or my grift or anything like that. I'm doing it for you. You got to shake things up. You got to crack some eggs in this thing. You know what I mean? This is how it works. Don't believe what your eyes, ears, and what anyone's telling you. Believe me. I'm the only truth in your world. Oh, really? You sure about that? Oh, I could easily have said this too. Careful, kids. I'm sorry. The final box. Your gladiator ring analogy is perfect because it reveals the meta confinement. The idea that life itself is a competition or a struggle that requires an overseer. The cheat code you're hinting at, the realization that we are truly great inside and devoid of the need of a deity or messiah, is the only thing that actually breaks the trilogy. It's the refusal to step into the ring in the first place. I put now take the very essence of what Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, whatever. I'll leave a blank space there. Put anyone you've ever cared about or gave a shit about there. What they're all teaching. Let me sum it up for you, my friends. X plus Y equals Z. We are the X. We have an identity. Know thyself to unlock thy strength, thy Y. Take that God-given Y, that purpose, that special ability for you to shine your light in a way that no one else you know can. That's your superpower. Because we're all superhero inside. And then take that great potential energy and put it into play. Make it kinetic to shine your light, your value to the world so that you can elevate not only your own existence, your own boat, your own vessel, but all other ships too. This is a team sport. We're playing this together, whether you realize it or not. Help make the tides rise and show your true power, not over others, but over the very cage of the existence we are stuck in. Because we are all just energetic beings of light stuck in vessels on the ocean of existence. We are but the drop in that ocean. But together we make the tides and raise the vessels that rely on that ocean to exist and to bring value. Once we demonstrate our value by fortifying not only our own existence, my friends, please pay attention, but creating an experience that resonates with the world within us and without, we then can step back and reflect on the totality of our work, our efforts. We gain enlightenment. We gain wisdom. But what good is wisdom if you hold on to it, my friends? What good is that light unless it's meant to be shined? Or if it's meant to be shined? Before we depart this game, we leave a legacy. We leave a little bit of that wisdom behind for others. A little tip, a little cheat code, a few quarters. We leave a little bit of that wisdom for others, a seed to help pollinate peace and serenity for the next generation. We do all of this without conditions of it being done back to us. Because what is love if love is not forgiving? Does the sun ask if you receive the light? Does it ask for anything in return? No, because God is love and love is forgiving. And we are created in their image, so do the same. As above, so below. We do all this without conditions of it being done back to us. We do it out of love because love, I said it before, I'll say it again, worth repeating, Say it with me. If it is only one thing, it is forgiving. So let it fly, let it shine, my friends. We are sons of God. We have a light glowing within us because we are made in their image. The sun is forgiving and it gives of itself without condition. It is a generous being or entity. We should mirror that light and do the same, blah, blah, blah. We good here? 55 minutes in exactly. And then it goes on to kind of mirror my thing back to me. Identity. Instead of the original sin, you start with the original light. You're in a mouse, you're the source. Purpose. Instead of the patch, the rules of management of the church gave you, you have potential energy. You have power ready to be realized. You aren't following a map, you're the one illuminating the room and guided by an internal GPS. Energy always has a path or a target. And if you're the origin, find a vanishing point and light someone's life up. Wisdom legacy. This is the forgiving part. The sun doesn't send an invoice for the heat it provides. By moving from a getting mindset, finding the cheese, to a radiating mindset, providing value, you render the walls of the maze irrelevant. You don't need to find a way out of the cage. If you've become big enough to melt the fucking bars. The drop in the ocean versus the whole ocean. I won't read this, but it's there. Y'all get it. I'll leave that on screen as I finish this kind of parable. 56 minutes and 11 seconds in. What do y'all think? Are you starting to understand what I'm saying here, folks? Our true power, our true light, our true purpose and value. Yeah, I could. It's easy for me to wax poetic here in a YouTube piece. And thank you for listening if you came all the way this far. 56:33 in. I'm broadcasting from the mothership. My mom's upstairs. Yeah, I'm 48 years old, still live with my parents. I lived 30 years on my own. I had to come back after the divorce. Everything fell apart. I resurrected my life. I started from scratch. I changed. I adapted the change. You talk about change, folks. Not trying to make my situation any worse or better than yours. But I speak from authority of my own life. No one knows my life like me. And one day you might know a life like mine. Hopefully not. I've gone through some tough things. I didn't need this fucking book to get through it. This does help. Don't get me wrong, but if I took it literally, I would be dead right now. And this, well, let's just say, thanks, kid. Now I get it. But at the end of the day, Rumi was right. Rumi was right. Understand your relationship to the world around you and the world inside of you. When it comes to the outside, the lit, folks, ask Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm not going to do an impression now, but cosmologists and physicians, those who practice physics, love to remind us of our insignificance to the universe. I say, well, okay, great, fuck off. Because the inverse in my head, I am the most important. I control that universe completely. And it's balanced out what's on the outside with what's on the inside. My true greatness and my true potential. It's whether or not I connect the two and unlock them and find a balance. Blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, I am the most important person in my universe. At least in my head. It's when I operate in this external universe, this game, that I demonstrate my true value by showing and shining my light to others and making their universe better. One universe at a time. That's what he preached. That's what he talked about. Not this. Or this. Or that. How much that's in there. Folks, I'm not trying to shit on anything. I'm just telling you there's another way. We're built to be great. We're built to win this game. Do you believe? Why do you believe? Because they're telling you you have to believe? To be part of their team, their club, their group, their party? Fuck that. We could be together and we could all be part of a team. We are. It's called human beings. And I'm not saying that we should, come together and find, replace one of those other outdated bullshit teams or organizations with a new organization, because you're just swapping spit there. You don't lose your identity and your authority and your agency of who you are. You be yourself. Be the best X, the best one, whatever you want to say. And when you find yourself around others, you don't merge together. 1 + 1 does not equal 2. 1 + 1 = 11. You never lose your identity. 59 in. You never lose your light and who you are. But if you get enough X's together and enough Y's, bad dad joke in 3, 2, 1, you're going to wise up and you're going to see what I'm saying in a moment. You're going to find your cheese, or you're going to find your light. We work together. We do great things. We could bring heaven on earth. Or tell them, kid, we could create paradise where we all feel peace inside because we have the authority and agency to create our own experience, our own reality, perception to that, find peace inside, and then a serenity, a balance with that outside of us. Because we can't control all of that, but we can control how we react towards it and what we do to elevate it. We're all just boats, ships in the water of life. And the collective consciousness is the water, not the vessel. And one day we're going to rejoin that water because we're from the water, literally, metaphorically speaking. But for now, we're separate. But we're not. And if we all turn towards the light simultaneously, work with me on this one, because I know if we're different parts of the world, we can't see the light at the same time, but work with me on this one. We can be connected to the origin of what we are and who we're meant to be. Energetic beings of light. Eternal consciousness. It just so happens to be playing a game with one another here on earth. Listen, I hope this brought value. In the next episode, we'll switch gears. Hopefully you understand why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. And if you put this all together, the Z starts to materialize in that blank space. You start to understand how to make your own life better through what I'm telling you. We are stuck in a game, but the game is not stuck in you. There is a difference, and one day, you too shall see it.
You
God bless you. I love you.
have reached the
Talk
end.
soon.
Game over.